Nothing that you, I, or anyone else in this chat for that matter will say will change the outcome of that launch, when it will happen or whatsoever. Correct?
Well, here's the thing. No, I see the whole ecosystem as follows. Richard does tend to like to join and chime in, right? That's one. Number two, his uh the people that work closely with him, they're in the chats too. Now here we got 16, 18 people or whatever, 17 at this point. Uh I'm not expecting anyone here to be one of those folks, but the thing is having this conversation, me relaying it to you, my concerns, you then, I don't know if you're going to be hanging out here all day, but if you then do, right, and you speak then to other people, they can chime in. Then we got Angel, he always has some great perspectives, right? And we got all these experts which we're not utilizing, experience or visions from. And if we start
Are
doing
any of
that,
these
it's
people
like,
working on Pulsechain at the moment? I don't think so. Like the main issue is that even if Richard, let's say tomorrow, tells every developer that he has, about 14 or more of them, speed the fuck up. We need to whatever launch by September 19th. That will not change the outcome. Like they're working on it regardless. It's not like he can press a fast forward button to make them work faster or harder. Or
no,
would you disagree?
here's the thing. It's not about working faster or slower. Richard, our H statement is it is ready, but it would clog up, right? We don't want that.
Good.
We
Yeah,
could run it that
exactly.
way, but we don't want it that way, right? We want a flawless system, which is acceptable, right? And pretty much expected from our age, the way he works, right? He wants things to be flawless, which is normal. So now the whole thing is it's a hard fork. We're trying to prove that this system on that network would perform better. Now, that network is also striving to get there. Now, the question becomes if this date, which is announced, not the month, but the date of the merger, then what can we do in between while still solving the issue?
But I don't see your concern. So if you could voice it and put it into words, then maybe I will understand. It seems like that you think that because of that date, there is some sort of issue. And I'm trying to understand, and I would like
Sorry,
you to
man. I got
explain
a
it,
call at the
the
gate.
way
I'll be
you
right
you
back.
think it.
Sorry.
Oh wait, your mic just crapped out or something. Like I hear you very softly. Can you repeat that? Ooh, I think I lost you there.
Chad Sound. Good morning, brother.
Jake and Nader, what's going on there, brother man?
Good to see you, man.
Good seeing you as well. Good to hear friendly voices. Been bouncing back and forth through all the spaces. Got to listen to a little bit of the conference. How about yourself?
Yeah, same here. I was up a little late last night, trying to better myself. So exciting things going on right now. I know we're all excited about Pulsechain and PulseX and HEX, and I personally think it'll probably be here by November. Hopefully August, but we'll see.
Yeah, not for sure about August, but I definitely, in my own opinion, I believe within the next 60 days, between now and the next 90 days, I guess, which puts us in that November threshold.
So, hey, so you heard about that Mount Gox deal, right?
A little bit. Enlighten me.
Was it supposed to be unloaded by the government?
So check this out. So back in 2014, there was like 150,000 Bitcoins that was stolen from Mount Gox. Long story short, they're giving those people their money back. Well, back then it was worth $30 or I'm sorry, $200. Well, now it's worth 20-something thousand. So there's going to be 117,000 Bitcoins given back to the people that were ripped off back in 2014, which is 8 years ago. Now, Chaztown, if you invested in Bitcoin, let's say you bought 100 Bitcoin at $200, you're probably going to want to take some profit here in the next month or so. So we're thinking this. Check this out. They're going to release 117,000 Bitcoins to the people that got jacked. And out of those 117,000 Bitcoins, how would you be taking profit? You've been waiting for 8 years that you invested $200 or $300 into Bitcoin, and you own a couple hundred of them now. Would you be taking some profit, Chaztown?
Oh yeah, those are gonna dump on market.
Well, yeah, that's
Exactly.
automatic. That's
Exactly,
automatic.
bro. So check this out. So this is supposed to happen in August. I want to say like the 10th or 15th. You guys could Google it. Once that shit happens, bro, Bitcoin is gonna dump like a mofo. And that's when I think we're gonna see our low. And that's why I think Pulsechain has a good possibility of launching next month. Does that make sense?
If that scenario were to play out, which it sounds like it's reasonable, but I mean, of course they're going to dump, especially those that gave up on probably about a good larger percentage of them probably just lost interest in crypto anyway. So once they get in, even if they know how to actually use it or get rid of it, I mean that's their own thing. But yeah, I could probably see a majority actually get out, just cash out, get out, never mess with it again, which would lower overall Bitcoin. But Bitcoin still got this issue with grayscale.
Yep, Chaztown. Even if I'm half right, let's just say Jaconator is half right, and only 108. I'm sorry, only 58,000 Bitcoins are dumped. Come on, it's gonna dump, bro. You watch. Mark my words. Next month, you'll see.
Well, yeah, I think you're definitely onto something. I didn't think that they were going to give them all back to those previous holders, though. But that's some good information.
Bro, check this out. So you know Crypto Goose, right? Obviously.
Yep.
Crypto Goose came in after me after I had spoken because I did my research, and he said, Jaconator, you're absolutely right. He says, obviously nobody knows what Bitcoin's going to do as far as price wise, but as far as those 117,000 Bitcoin, 117,000 Bitcoins, bro. If it's at 20-something thousand, that's $4 billion that has the potential to dump. So
I think it's around 140 even.
Okay, so check this out. Was that you, Steak and Bake?
That's Toby. 140.
That was me. It's 140K Bitcoin at the It's around $3 billion worth.
Hey, Toby, actually, there was 24,000 Bitcoins that were given back. Crypto Goose corrected me. Actually, he agreed with me because I knew this as well. There was 24,000 Bitcoins that were given back, I want to say 2019. So that's why we came up with 117,000. Now, if you add the 24,000 to 117, that puts you about 140 Bitcoin, 140,000 Bitcoins.
Interesting. You know what I see happening, but I'm obviously just wildly speculating. It's sort of a flippening because you know, a lot of people have recently moved their Bitcoin into hardware wallets. I don't know what that means. I mean, they can move it back, right? But on the other hand, with when is it happening? End of August, I think, right? They're paying out and stuff, so it'll.
I want to say the middle. I could be wrong.
Okay, so it'll take like a month or a couple of days, weeks for people to, you know, dump these. So then what happens next is if the ETH merge happens in September, if it doesn't get delayed again, it could really dump Bitcoin and pump Ethereum, and they could actually decorrelate, sorry. I think I could be completely off my rocks here, but something that I'm expecting.
What do you mean the ETH merge? Are you talking about ETH 2.0?
Yeah, the merge is happening. I mean, supposed to happen September 19th.
That's another reason why I think we'll launch in August, because Profix and Walrus have both have said that it would be advantageous and easier. It'd be advantageous for Pulsechain to launch prior because it would be easier for the devs. Can we launch after? Absolutely. But it'd be more work for the devs. That's why I think we have a decent shot. I'm sure you probably heard the same thing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where they're at, and I don't think even Richard knows. So there's hoping, but I don't think that's a high chance that's going to happen, which means there'll just be more work and more waiting. Just prepare yourself for that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I would tend to say it would be before, but you're right. It could happen after. You're right.
Just looking at the amount of issues and delays that just been happening over the last, I want to say, 2 to 3 years with ETH 2.0. I mean, okay, they've done it in a lot of different stages, and a lot of them have already happened, blah blah blah. But there have been so many complications with it. I would highly doubt that no more complications will arise with Pulsechain. Okay, fair enough. It's not a live ecosystem that has millions of users, so it, you know, could be less complicated, but we'll see. But I'm a pessimist, so don't listen to me. I just like to be pessimistic because then I don't have my expectations, you know, shattered.
Yeah, I just don't like going through life like that.
I know.
motivator.
I like to be positively surprised than negatively shattered my dreams.
That sounds even better.
Sorry, man. I had to take this phone call. My bad.
Of course. Well, we were just discussing what you said earlier. Like it would be, of course, advantageous. Nobody's going to deny it to launch before September 19th, if that is the actual merge date. Because the last time it was announced, it was supposed to be what, 11th of August, and that was moved. It could get moved again, but even if it doesn't, it'll just mean more work and more wait for us. It's not the end of the world. We've done it.
Sorry, we have done what?
Waited 1 year.
It's not about the wait, Toby. It's not about the wait. It's about taking that system and turning it into proof of stake. That's literally the whole picture, right? Now,
That's not the only part. It's also making it deflationary, right? But yeah, it's
oh,
one
for
of the
sure.
many things.
But here's the thing: people don't know it, right? They might grasp this idea in 10 years. It might be in 5 years, might be in 20 years. We don't know, right? But if a window is opening up and we can, I mean, I'm pretty sure RH knows where he's at, right? And where they are at. And I think this window should be used as a marketing tool.
Yeah,
For
I
like,
get
I
all
don't know,
that. I understand it.
you know what I
You
mean?
don't need to
Like,
go further. Like, I get it.
yeah, this window needs to be, I don't know, if we're gonna go live, let's go live. If we're gonna promote the test, like something has to come out from our end, right? Like a
That's the
proper
part where I will
calendar.
disagree with you. So I agree that it's
Yeah.
absolutely advantageous to come out before ETH merger. I totally agree with that. But it is not devastating to not come out before it. And that's the part where I say it's totally fine. It's not going to have this momentum and all this shit that you're talking about. I get it, but you don't necessarily need it. You could be literally 100% capitulation. Nobody gives a shit about crypto coming out, and over the next 1 or 2 years, it's going to take off. Not to worry.
Yeah, but wouldn't you need it? Wouldn't it be preferred for it to come out prior to be easier
That's
for the
exactly what I
devs?
said. That would be the
Oh,
preferred
okay.
option, but it doesn't have to, like you're saying, Parkway.
So here's
Because
the
I don't
thing.
want this is the thing that I'm trying to do to drive home. I don't want this channel, this community, and all this shit to freak out, right, on the
No, we're not
19th of
trying to create FOMO.
the
We're
thing
just
that
having
didn't
a,
happen.
yeah.
All
No,
right.
no, no. Nobody's trying to create FOMO, Toby. Like that's my, I think my second or third time that I mentioned this, even like before I had to take the phone call when we're talking. I'm not trying to create FOMO here, but I'm just trying to point out that um it is on social media, and this is something I can tell you, it's catching fire, right? It's like people are posting and talking about this same subject over and over again. And a lot of people will hear this, and the noise, breaking that noise is going to be very tough, right?
I agree
Unless
with you.
we go with the
Absolutely.
same stream. We go with the same stream. We don't try to swim or stand against the stream, but we go with the stream and we do something creative in between, right?
Absolutely agree. It would be absolutely wonderful and advantageous to launch before September 19th, if that is the date. We don't know. I'm skeptical about it, but it will be great. It will be great for marketing. It will be great for the hype, blah, 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 blah. But I still think the number one unique selling point of Pulsechain, aside from the things that it's trying to solve, is the fact that it is doing a system copy, system state copy, and you're getting free tokens. And they're going to have value whether you like it or not, which means it's going to be free money, which means people are just reluctantly even going to change their RPC settings, going to just claim them, and they might dump a lot of it. I'm expecting huge amounts of dumps on random bunch of tokens. But again, all you need is them to be onboarded, for them to want to try it out, and maybe stay.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean, but you got to be realistic, bro. So listen to this. If we use this window, which we talked about, and let's say we promote the testnet as such as this could be your ETH 2.0 proof of stake. Here's the testnet which Pulse will look like, right? Or trying to slam into like how much is Pulse copying from us at this point, right? Because ours like is public, right? Like the codes went public, everything went public, step by step, and giving the people now an insight, or using this opportunity, this window, to give people a glance that this should be the minimum requirements when ETH 2.0 launches, because this is a hard fork of ETH 1.0. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to create FOMO or like get people upset or something. Just like we just got to be.
I think we all agree, Parker.
Yeah,
I
we
think we
agree.
all agree. Yeah.
What you can do aside from wait for the diffs.
Well, I'm gonna promote shit that we already have. So I'm gonna make a video where I'm gonna start posting the same shit that I just said, just in a video format, and try to entice people to hop on the testnet.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right, and then push it that way, and get the word out, and hopefully other Hexicans gonna share the same thing, and then at least we got some counter balance going there. Because I think like it needs to be understood by the users of what the minimum should be, what the minimum experience should be like. And this is where we come in, right? We're not even live yet, but we think that testnet should be like your minimum vision that you should have, the minimum.
I would still I mean, you just said earlier, I think 99% less fees. I would love to talk more about that because I am still very skeptical whether or not the fees will actually drop that much after the merger. Because again, the proof of stake change, the
Who are
proof
you
of work
talking about? Are you
change,
talking about Pulsechain or Ethereum?
Ethereum.
Hell no.
That's what I'm
Richard
trying to
Hart's already talked about that.
exactly. So
It's not
my
even
point
close.
is,
99%.
so my
That's all
main
bullshit, bro.
point I'm trying to drive home is that the value proposition that we're trying to address, or one of the main ones with Pulsechain, is lower fees, and that merger isn't going to result in those lower fees that people are hoping for.
That's right. That's right. Yep, it's a bunch of bull. It's not even close. Let's just if anybody's ever bought Hex or exchanged on the Ethereum network, are you freaking kidding me? When I first got into
Everyone on
Hex,
Ethereum is aware
I
of the
was
fees. Come on.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so I mean, if you don't, then you're living underneath a rock. So, but let's just say, oh my God. So when I was onboarding everybody back when a year ago, and I'm onboarding my nieces and my nephews and my brothers and sisters and everybody, and there's all, hey uncle, what's up with you? It's cost, my niece want to invest $200. It costs her $60 on Ethereum to Ethereum fees to buy $200 of to sacrifice $200. It was ridiculous. So a lot of people think that, oh yeah, they're going to go down to the Pulsechain prices. It's not even close. It's not going to happen. Richard Hart's already addressed that. We got nothing to worry about.
I mean, Pulsechain fees will be lower regardless, even if once Ethereum solves its fees issues. But again,
Of course.
that is solved with the merger. So whoever thinks that the value proposition is going to be taken away before Pulsechain, don't fucking worry about it. It'll be a lot. Disagree with that, but it's not the kind of hype that people are actually hoping for. It's just hype with no basis.
Yep. Agreed.
Useful, but it's not the end all be all. So they're still gonna be running around on layer 2 tech, like after the merge, I guarantee you.
Probably.
So I'd be okay with, well, I would prefer it before September 19th, but I'd be totally fine launching whatever 3 to 6 months after and having a layer 1 solution that solves fees.
Toby, that's not going to happen. We ain't launching
Well,
in
maybe
2020. Toby, we are not launching in 2023. So don't even try it.
I'm saying that, Jake, is if we don't make it by September 19th, there will be some additional complications, and who knows how complex it will be to adjust to those changes. So I don't know. That part where I'm completely blank on, but I'd imagine it would take a couple of months now.
Toby, there's a reason why I believe in what I'm not just talking out of my ass. There's a reason why I think we're going to launch before 2023. That's because of the Bitcoin going to dump next month. I think that's when the market's going to hit the bottom. Personally, could be wrong. And then the fact that we want to launch before ETH 2.0. I'm thinking next month at the latest, November. So we'll see.
Yeah, I understand those reasons, but I think those reasons are false because Richard does not have that much control over the development as much as you would like to believe it.
False. Hold on a second, Toby.
You think he's lying to you to your face?
No, I think Richard Hart has never lied. I think Richard Hart is not a liar.
So he
he's
said
never lied.
literally the other day.
Come on, bro.
He said literally the other day he has no idea. He has to wait on the devs, and he's hoping that it will be soon. That was just 2 days ago, bro.
Anyway, here's the thing, guys. I'm just thinking about it from the marketing standpoint of view, right? Like now I'm like, okay, so what if Richard is completely fucking comfortable with this? And now I'm trying to figure out how he's going to pitch it.
Pitch what?
Speaking of which, she's on in a couple of minutes.
Dope. Yeah, that's the thing. I did ask him on Twitter. I'm like, dude, what's your thought on this announcement? Like, I think this might be even a counter right now. Like when he wants to step up that stuff. Like we need that really. I think Richard is a very smart man, and he never plays without knowing exactly what the fuck is happening in his next steps. So,
Toby, do you think Richard Hart is timing the market or trying to time the market?
no. Oh, for sure, man. He's not stupid. He preferably will launch at the bottom, but things have changed. Here's the thing. Things have changed, right? There's a huge announcement. It's blowing up on TikTok already. It's like, I just caught the first wave. And trust me, there are like tons of other waves coming, right? Where people, all these furus are showing up. Oh, ETH 2.0, proof of, we like, there's going to be so much noise. When you say Pulsechain, people are going to be like, dude, I'm busy right now. I got ETH 2.0 to study, right? And instead of letting that happen, I think we should have something where we're like, okay, cool. This is what the minimum requirement should be for ETH 2.0 because we already made it. So as a marketing point of stand of view, as a listener, you would say, okay, let me see what the fuck they're talking about. They would come on the test net, they would test it out, they would see how fast it is, how good it is. And then if, let's put the if in there, if ETH 2.0 then launches with proof of stake, as they mentioned in September 19th, if that happens, and if they're not up to par with us, then we become the favorite. You understand what I mean? This is the marketing opportunity I'm talking about. It's like grabbing this opportunity.
Totally, I understand the marketing opportunities, and I understand that Richard has a very good background in marketing. But the one thing he does not have a lot of control over is how the actual development of the software goes, how fast it goes, how well it does. That is not up to him to call on a certain day or month. It is just not up to him. Okay. Not like
Toby, how do you like Richard Hart? How do you like Richard Hart talking about his pecker? Is that pretty good
going
marketing
on with
to
the
you?
development? Say again.
So you think Richard Hart talking about his cock is good marketing? Is that what you're saying?
Who said that, dude?
I don't like it, but it might work apparently. Like saying ridiculous things always has worked. Like, don't you understand? You just gotta say something outrageous and it'll get you views. It won't get you likes. People won't like you, but that's not what he's out for, right? He's not there to be liked. All you need is the eyes. The rest will come.
Okay.
Look, man, I ask anyone that you know in your circles, maybe so you can confirm for yourself, who has worked in marketing or PR about this question. There really is no such thing as bad PR. There just isn't.
I work in marketing. That's what I do. That's why I'm like seeing the opportunity. That's why I'm seeing the momentum, the wave that you can surf on for free. It's literally free.
That's the other side of the coin. Like he could spend a lot of money marketing, using advertising, even though I think he's blacklisted in a lot of places. So that was one of the issues. But
I know
he's doing
Richard,
all this
and he doesn't
crazy
like
shit because it's
market.
free.
Hey, Toby, that's like somebody shilling Joe Biden and say, if they watch him, they're gonna like him.
I don't think Joe Biden is doing anything outrageous besides maybe falling off his bike. So, yeah.
You don't get my point. It's all good. And by the way, I've been in marketing since 2000, so I know a little bit about marketing.
Good. Then you can't disagree, right? Outrage marketing does work. It's certainly not the only way, and you shouldn't do that. You should run other campaigns along with it. But he's one guy.
I don't know. I
which
think
is the
I think that he said, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Actually, no, it was in December, that he was going to spend some money this year. And me being in marketing, I was hoping that he would do that, but yet he hasn't. That's my concern.
You say he promised to spend money on marketing?
He said, yes. He said that
Didn't he though, by
next year,
eating like 100,000 worth of caviar or some shit?
I think it was that money was used for the material things, like the cars, the watches,
Yep,
the clothes.
I agree.
This.
I don't know if you don't care about.
What
And
would
I'm
you
Toby, I'm
rather
not
he
speaking.
spend money on? Sorry.
Toby, I'm not speaking to you, but I will say this: if you don't care about onboarding people, then you don't give a flying you know what. But the bottom line is, I've onboarded almost 150 people now, so I do care. And why do I care? Because people that come on this chat and don't want to chill Richard Hart projects, but yet want to have 1,000 or 10,000x, they're never going to see it because they never told anybody about it. So me and my beliefs that we need to get the word out. That's the reason why I talk to everybody about Hex and about Pulsechain and about PulseX, because I want to pump my bags. That's how you pump your bags. So if you don't care about getting the word out about what you've sacrificed for, then that's one thing. And not everybody is me. I'm a salesperson. That's what I do. But I do care. And I think, you never know who you're talking to. You could bump into a Fortune 500 guy. Next thing you know, this guy's got 10,000 employees. Next thing it goes freaking nuts. So that's the reason I like to get the word out. And that's the reason why I'm not so stoked about him talking about his pecker.
I think there's an argument to be made of word of mouth versus other methods. I think that word of mouth is extremely powerful and it's extremely effective, but it's very slow.
That's all nice and true. That's very true. But again, going back to using momentum, which is free of charge. Richard doesn't even I mean, if he does it, that would be great. If he comes up with a statement like similar to or in that direction, that there should be a bare minimum of expectations when ETH 2.0 launches, as long as there's Pulsechain and there's a test net and you can go and test it out and see what it does, right? And if it doesn't meet your requirements or is less than our test net, then
I understand. So you've said you've worked in marketing since around 2000. So let me ask you this. Has it ever happened in your company or in your business that you had the classic divide or the classic fight between sales marketing and engineering/product? Are you aware of the classic problem that always arises?
So here's the thing. As for me, that Jackinator said he's been in marketing since 2000. But anyway, in my company, we tell our clients up front if they don't like they gotta go through a onboarding. So we understand who they are and they understand who we are with the type of questions we ask. And if we're not a good fit, that gets eliminated right there. We all understand. We're all on the same page. We don't fit, right? We're not a good fit. So, but if the client is comfortable with the way we ask questions, the way we approach things, and to sign the agreement, then yeah, from there on, there is no more discussion. And slowly, they do their job, we do our job. It's very clearly identified.
The problem I'm alluding to is different. So it's what you're talking about sounds a bit like B2B. I guess that makes sense. But what I'm talking about is at scale B2C, which is what Pulsechain essentially will be, right? You are about to tell Richard to advertise a product that is not in shelf, which makes no fucking sense. I understand to rush to market using opportunities for marketing purposes. I totally get it. I've been on both sides of the freaking coin. I understand that marketing has its windows and blah, blah, blah. But you can't advertise a product that you do not have in shelf. You could tell engineering to speed shit up and try to get it there and, you know, half-ass it.
Hold on, you can't buy
Is
HEX
that
right
something
now,
that we
Toby?
want?
You can't buy
We're not
HEX right
talking
now.
about. Well, we're not talking about. We're talking about Pulsechain, bro.
Okay.
So here's the thing about that. I would counter argue the following way. I would say we do have a demo that is accessible to everyone. It's a demo.
Agreed.
Right? Now, it's like buying a car. The car that you want is not on the fucking lot. But guess what? You can test drive and feel the power, the handling, the dynamics, the looks, right? You can get a feel for the car. Then you customize it accordingly, right? Then you get exactly what you want. So that will be the final product that you're talking about. And we're talking about a demo at this point. So demo means take a ride on testnet. If the other dealer, which is ETH, doesn't have this type of equipment, then I don't know why you would be on that ride anyway. You know what I mean? Like you're presenting a product. You're not selling the product, but you're presenting it. And during the presentation, you set certain key point indicators for the listeners where they're like, so this is the least I should expect. Okay, great. So let's assume the following. We don't launch, they do. And they have learned from us and they became better. Well, great. We haven't launched it. We can learn from them now, take that and make that even better, and then launch. Right? So there are like all these endless positive avenues from taking that free ride, this momentum that they are creating. It's like we don't even have to do shit. They're creating it.
Oh, I that I don't even disagree. I think there will be plenty of opportunity once ETH merger happens to show how Pulsechain will be better, because I think a lot of people misunderstand. I mean, I guess I don't know how many people actually do, but I think a lot of people don't understand that it will not solve the fee problem. I think a lot of people are going to be like, fuck yes, let's go, low fees. No, it's going to be disappointment. That's a perfect opportunity to jump on. Like, you can go on testnet on Pulsechain and see how fucking low the fees are, and wait a couple months and it's going to be even better once it's live. So there's plenty of opportunity there. No doubt about it. My point was, we don't need to rush for marketing purposes to get something out that isn't ready, because that's not something Richard has control over, as much as you like to believe it.
Aren't they making a movie right now or documentary?
Yeah, it's actually done. They're
I think
just
it's
trying to find some
close
buyers.
to done. Yeah.
The bid's out to potential
Gotcha.
buyers.
And why are they doing that now?
I think there's actually a conflict between Richard and the film crew. They'd have their own opinions on when it should come out, but Richard's not going to have any say so over that one either.
Oh, gotcha. I think you can kind of see my point.
Yeah, you baited me into that one. I thought you were saying that, but then I was like, oh no. I was like, okay, he's just asking a question, and then you actually said it. So yeah, thank you Hook, line, and sinker. I took that one.
So good. I don't think that movie's coming out until we launch, bro. It would be. It's never going to happen. We're going to launch, and then it's going to come out because they want to have that climax at the end. Otherwise, it's going to suck.
You think they're done with post-production already? Just looking for buyers now?
Yeah, that's exactly the last thing I actually heard was that they're actually looking for buyers right now between, you know, Hulu, Netflix, and Disney, whoever's willing to pay the highest and reasonable price.
Okay, I don't work in the movie business, so I don't know if you have to be done with post-production to look for buyers, or if you can sort of do it simultaneously.
If you guys don't think they're going to have the launch on that movie or documentary, you guys are smoking dope.
All I do know is Hex price has just been holding steady. I'm surprised at the 4 cent mark for so long when it was at, you know, 3.5, 3.6 for almost like a month and a half.
Yeah.
But this 4 cent range, and I think that's a little bit due, even though we're not supposed to run a correlation with Bitcoin, we are, because now they're up to 22. KG just put out a post that Pulsechain actually, which is our moniker, is now on Team.finance. So now it's along other major chains, even though it's not even out yet.
That's cool.
KG, OG Hex. Yeah, it looks like we're right under Polygon now, even though it hasn't even launched. I've got to go get on a call, catch up with you all later, but I'm going to put a little link in the chat. Looks like Richard may be on some sort of a stream on YouTube, it looks like. I don't know if it is or not, but I'll put it in the chat just in case. Talk to you later, Toby. Jake and Ada, bro.
Okay, brother.
Later.
Have a good one.
Yeah, he's on with David Goldstein or whatever his name is. I don't even know this guy. Is there another Bitcoin maxi?